The moment you apply for an apartment, a car loan, a credit card, there is a number already waiting for you. A number you didn't create. A number you were never asked to consent to. A number that was built not for you, but about you. And here's what they never tell you in school, in any financial literacy class, in any government pamphlet about responsible borrowing. That number was designed by people who profit when you stay in debt. Not as a side effect, not by accident, by design. This video is about the mechanics of that system, why your credit score isn't a measure of financial health, why it's closer to a leash, and specifically what you can do to stop feeding a machine that was never built to serve you. A quick word about what this is not. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not destroy your credit and live off the grid. This is not advice to lie to your lender or hide money under a mattress. This is about the quiet, well-documented, behaviorally predictable mechanics by which the credit score system extracts money from people who are doing almost everything right. Mechanics backed by research, quantifiable in real dollars, and almost perfectly repeatable once you understand the psychology driving them. I want you to hold one image in your mind for this entire video. A mousetrap, not a metaphor. An actual mousetrap. The genius of a mousetrap is not the spring, it's the cheese. The trap doesn't chase you. It doesn't threaten you. It offers you something. It gives you a path to get what you want, and the mechanism is invisible until the moment it closes. Your credit score is the cheese. It sits there looking like a reward, a measure of your discipline, proof that you're trustworthy, responsible adult. And the moment you start optimizing for it, really optimizing, doing everything they tell you to do, the trap closes. I'm going to come back to that image because it's the most accurate description I've ever found for how this system actually operates. Let me start with a number that should stop you cold. The FICO score, the score that controls your mortgage rate, your rental application, your car financing. In some states, your job application was created in 1989. Not by a government agency, not by a consumer protection bureau, not by any elected body, by a private company, Fair Isaac Corporation. And they didn't sell it to consumers. They sold it to banks. Let that land for a second. The number that determines whether you can rent an apartment, buy a house, or get a reasonable interest rate on a car was a product sold to lenders. To help them make faster decisions about who to loan money to. You were never the customer. You were the data. And here's what that means. Structurally, the rules of this game were written by the people who profit when you borrow, not when you save, not when you build wealth, when you borrow. So ask yourself, why would a system built for lenders reward you for not borrowing? It wouldn't. And it doesn't. Here's how the trap is built. 5 factors make up your FICO score, and I want you to listen to what each one actually incentivizes, not what they claim to measure. Payment history. 35% of your score. You need to make consistent payments. Fine. But you need something to pay. You need debt. No debt, no history. No history, no score. Credit utilization. 30%. This is the ratio of credit you're using versus credit available to you. Keep it under 10%, they say. But to have a good ratio, you need a lot of available credit. And to get a lot of available credit, you need a high score. And to get a high score, you need to have been using credit for a long time. You see the loop. Length of credit history. 15%. The longer, the better. Close an old account you no longer use, your score drops. They penalize you for simplifying your financial life. Credit mix, 10%. They reward you for juggling credit cards, auto loans, mortgage, personal loan. The more debt types you're carrying at once, the better you look to the system. Not because you're financially healthy, because you're financially useful. New inquiries, 10%. Every time you apply for credit, your score takes a small hit, which means the system punishes you for shopping around, for trying to find better terms, for acting like a rational consumer. Now look at what this system is actually measuring. Not your savings, not your net worth, not your assets, not your income stability, not your investment discipline, your relationship with debt. Specifically, how long you've been in it, how many types you're carrying, and how reliably you keep feeding it. A person who has saved $300,000 in cash and index funds, zero debt, zero credit cards, pays everything up front, has a credit score of 0 or close to it. A person with 6 different credit accounts, 2 car loans, a mortgage, and a personal loan, all paid on time, has an excellent score. The system doesn't measure wealth, it measures debt loyalty. And here's the part that should make you genuinely angry. You were told this was your report card, your financial GPA, proof that you're responsible. What it actually is a loyalty metric for the lending industry. Let me tell you about a woman I'll call Sarah. Sarah is a nurse in Phoenix, makes about $78,000 a year. She's careful with money in the way that actually works, not dramatic, not extreme, just consistent. She maxes her Roth IRA every year, keeps 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account, drives a used car she bought outright, pays her 1 credit card in full every month without exception. By any real measure of financial health, Sarah is doing extraordinarily well. Her credit score is 690. Not because she's irresponsible, because she doesn't carry enough debt to score higher. Her utilization is too low. Her credit mix is too thin. Only 1 card, no loans. Her available credit is modest because she never needed more. When Sarah tries to refinance her condo, a condo she has significant equity in, the lender offers her a rate reserved for medium-risk borrowers. The interest rate difference between her score and an excellent score costs her approximately $41 per month on her mortgage. $41 every month for 30 years. That's $14,760. Not because Sarah made bad decisions, because the system scored her on the wrong game. Now here is the part of this story where most finance videos say, okay, here's how to fix your score. Open more accounts, diversify your credit mix, ask for higher limits, and those things will work. They will raise your number. But I want you to understand what you're actually doing when you follow that advice. You are optimizing for a metric designed by lenders to make yourself more useful to lenders in a way that requires you to take on more debt so that you can eventually borrow at better terms to go further into debt. The cheese is getting bigger. The trap is still there. There's a concept in behavioral economics called a proxy war. It's when you start optimizing so hard for a measurement of a thing that you forget about the thing itself. The thing is financial freedom, independence, options. The measurement is the credit score. And somewhere along the way, for tens of millions of Americans, the measurement became the goal. They are not building wealth, they are building a score. And those are not the same thing. Let me show you what this costs in real numbers. Because the number is what makes this real. 2 people, both 32 years old, both earning $95,000 a year, both saving consistently. Marcus takes the credit optimization path, opens 3 credit cards, takes a small personal loan just to add mix, keeps balances strategically, does everything right by FICO standards. His score hits 810. He is, by the system's definition, excellent. But here's what Marcus also does. He carries small revolving balances because he's been told a small balance is fine. He upgrades his car because his credit now qualifies him for a great rate on a lease. He takes the furniture financing deal because 0% for 18 months sounds smart. He's not being reckless. He's being rational inside a system designed to keep him spending. Over 10 years, Marcus's average monthly debt-adjacent spending interest, fees, the behavioral pull of available credit, runs him about $320 above what it would be if he simply didn't play the game. $320 a month, invested at 7% annual return over 10 years. That's $55,000 he didn't build. Not from bad decisions, from optimizing for the wrong number. James earns the same, saves the same, But James treats credit as a utility, not a strategy. One card, paid in full, always. He ignores his score beyond keeping it functional. He puts the mental energy he would have spent on credit optimization into his actual investment strategy. At 42, James has $55,000 more than Marcus. Same income, same city, same decade, different game. Now I want to talk about the part of this system that almost never gets discussed, because it goes deeper than debt. Your credit score doesn't just affect loans anymore. Landlords run it before deciding if you're allowed to rent their property. Employers in many states pull it as part of background screening. Insurance companies in most states use it to calculate your monthly premiums. Utility companies sometimes require deposits from people with low scores. Some employers in financial services treat a low score as a disqualifying condition. A private company's algorithm, one you never voted on, never agreed to, never had any input into, is making decisions about your housing, your employment, your insurance costs, your access to basic services. And it is frequently wrong. A 2021 Consumer Reports investigation found that 1 in 3 Americans has a material error on their credit report. 1 in 3. Not a typo, not a rounding error. Someone entered wrong data. A debt that isn't yours. A payment marked late that wasn't. And that mistake right now is costing you money every single month. You are being penalized for someone else's error in a system you never agreed to, with no fast way out. And the process to dispute those errors? You file a dispute with the Bureau. The Bureau contacts the creditor. The creditor, who has a financial interest in the debt being valid, reviews your dispute. If they confirm their own record, the Bureau closes the case. You can appeal. It takes months. Most people give up. You are being judged by a flawed score, built on data that might be wrong, maintained by companies that profit when you borrow more, and the appeals process was designed by the same industry it's supposed to regulate. I want to show you something. Not a statistic, not a story, a mechanism. There is a concept in mechanical engineering called a self-tightening trap. Unlike a standard clamp which holds at fixed pressure, a self-tightening trap increases its grip in direct proportion to the force you use trying to escape it. The credit score system has this property. The more you try to improve your score through conventional advice, more accounts, more credit types, more managed debt, the more deeply integrated into the debt ecosystem you become. You pull against it. It tightens. And the cruelest part? The people trapped deepest are not the ones who ignored the system. They are the ones who followed the advice perfectly. Let me come back to the mousetrap. The trap doesn't work because it's powerful. It works because it offers something real. A high credit score genuinely does help you get a lower mortgage rate. It genuinely does smooth your rental applications. It genuinely does make certain financial moves easier. The cheese is real. And I'm not telling you to starve. I'm not telling you the cheese is poisoned. I'm telling you to understand exactly what you're walking into before you step forward. To take what you need from the system without letting the system take more from you. Here is the framework. 3 principles. Not hacks, not tricks. Structural shifts in how you relate to this number. First, use the score, don't serve it. Your credit score is a tool for specific moments. Mortgage applications, apartment rentals, car financing if you need it. Those moments exist. For those moments, you want your score functional. 740 or above gets you the best available rates on virtually everything. The difference between 740 and 850 will not materially change your financial life. Stop optimizing beyond functional. Every hour you spend engineering your score above 740 is an hour not spent on actual wealth building. Every dollar of debt you carry to keep utilization optimal is a dollar that isn't compounding. The score is a key. You need it to open certain doors. You do not need to polish it every day once those doors are open. Second, understand the behavioral pull and name it before it moves you. The most expensive thing about having good credit isn't the debt, it's the identity. The moment your credit score qualifies you for a luxury car lease, you feel it. The moment your limit increases to $20,000, you feel it. The moment a lender pre-approves you for a mortgage at the top of your budget, you feel it. That feeling is not excitement. That is the trap offering you bigger cheese. Every upgrade your credit unlocks creates a new reference point, a new floor for what feels normal, a new minimum your life has to maintain to feel consistent. This is the Diderot effect, named for an 18th century French philosopher who received a windfall, bought one beautiful robe, and then spent the next year replacing everything in his apartment because nothing looked right next to the robe anymore. One upgrade expands the surface area of everything that has to be upgraded around it. Your credit score is an upgrade machine. It is designed to show you what you now qualify for, and every time you accept, you redecorate the apartment. Name the pole before it moves you. This feels right because my credit says I can afford it. Is not a reason. It is the trap mechanism activating. Third, build the number that matters and tell no one. Your net worth? Your invested assets? Your liquid reserves? These are the numbers that determine your actual options in life, not your score. Your score determines what debt you can access. Your net worth determines what choices you have. And here is something the credit system will never tell you. The correlation between a high credit score and high net worth is weak. Because net worth is built by not spending, by letting money sit and compound, by resisting the exact behavioral pulls that the credit system is designed to activate. A person with an 800 score and 200,000 in debt has less real freedom than a person with a 700 score and 200,000 in invested assets. One of them has a number that looks impressive on a lender's screen. The other one has options. Build the assets. Let the score be functional. Tell no one the real number, because the moment people know what you've built, the maintenance fees begin. Not through theft, through the slow, invisible, socially enforced cost of being the person who has money. Here is what I want you to sit with after this video. You were not bad with money. You were not irresponsible. You were not undisciplined. You were handed a measuring stick that was built by the wrong people for the wrong purpose, calibrated to the wrong outcome, and you optimized for it. Because that's what rational people do when they're told this is the measure of financial health. It isn't. Financial health is net worth. Options, the ability to say no when it's expensive and yes when it matters on your timeline without anyone else's input. The credit score measures none of that. It measures how well you serve the lending industry. And now that you know the difference, you get to decide which game you're actually playing. If this shifted something in how you see this number, that's exactly what this channel is here for. Most of what you were taught about money was written by people who profit when you stay confused. That's the pattern we keep pulling apart here. If you're not confused anymore, you're in the right place.